Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle and this is Danielle's Books. Thanks for stopping by. This video is going to be my August TBR and I'm very excited about it. I actually have some big plans for August. I know I've said that before, but August I really do. I'm going to challenge myself with a challenge, but I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video because I don't want the intro to be forever long, just kind of talking about that and saying like what all I'm going to be doing and everything. So stick to the end if you want to hear about that, but otherwise, this month we're doing something a little bit different for the TBR. We're going to be picking prompts out of a jar. I got this glass from Target Dollar Spot during like Mother's Day, and I thought it was really cute. So this is going to be the way we're picking our TBR. We're going to pick 5 prompts because I also have that challenge that I'm going to be attempting. And yeah, before we get started, don't forget to check the description box down below because it'll have all of the books down there, and subscribe to this channel while you're down there. Give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, you can see the Bookstagram down there, the TikTok, Patreon, all that good stuff. And let's just jump into the books. The first book I'm going to talk about is going to be the Patreon book club pick for August, and that is The Nature of Disappearing by Kimmy Cunningham Grant. I and Zach have both loved Kimmy Cunningham Grant's books before. We both really enjoyed The Silent Woods. It was like a 4.5, 5-star for both of us. And so we wanted to pick this one. It's a little bit shorter and I'm excited about that. And this one says, poignant, suspenseful, and unforgettable. The Nature of Disappearing explores what it takes to start over and the cost of letting the past pull you back in. That's all that the blurb really says for that. And honestly, that's enough for me. I would have just gone into this blind regardless because I knew that I wanted to pick up this book anyway. And same as Zach, it's both of our book clubs. So yeah, we're excited about this one. So if you want to read along with us, check that link down below. But let's jump into the prompts. Like I said, we're going to pick 5. I have a cart over here to the side that you can't see. It's the one that I used in the library book haul video I posted a couple back. And we're going to hopefully pick some books off of that. All right. First up, white on the cover. So I definitely have some options for that. And let me just see. That's not really white. I think I'm going to go with this one because the title is in white. And I think that is going to work just fine for me. And that is The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. This one I've heard really great reviews for, so it's gotten me pretty hyped to read it. Let me see what the blurb for this one says. Crying in H Mart meets My Sister the Serial Killer in this feminist psychological horror about the making of a serial killer from a Korean American perspective. That blurb is so enticing and I really want to read this one. It's nice and short, so I think I'll have no problem getting to this one. And I got it from the library right away. I put a hold on it as soon as I pretty much heard about the book. So yeah, I'm excited about this one being on my TBR. So there is The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim, our first book. All right, let's pick another one. All right, we've grabbed it. This one is a pink one. Oh, we grabbed 2. They're actually both pink. We'll do this one. Flowers on the cover. I was gonna say, did that one have flowers? All right, there we go. Let's see if we've got anything over here with flowers. Ooh, this one has flowers on the cover. Let me just go through real quick. We're going to do this one. All right. Looking for Love in All the Haunted Places. This one is I'm assuming like supernatural romance. This is one that I've been really wanting to read. If you saw my library book haul, I believe I talked about this one quite a bit because I said I was drawn to it for A, the cover being purple, B, it was like a spooky romance, and C, the main love interest name is Maverick, which is my son's name. So I was really drawn to this book, and this is a newer book as well. I'm not sure when it came out, but I'm excited about this one. And all I really know is that I don't know anything besides those 3 things. And honestly, I don't really need to know much more than that. The blurb is kind of blocked off here. Love brings something to the haunted house in this captivating romance. I don't know. A romance set in a haunted house, that's fine with me. So this is the next book on the TBR. Looking for Love in All the Haunted Places by Claire Kahn. That cover is just stunning. Anyway, moving on. Next up. First one we got an orange, then we got a pink. Let's see if I can just randomly grab one of the other colors. And here, we'll grab this one, another orange. All right, let's see. This prompt jar is so random with what's in it. I could show you guys first this time. Green on the cover. I did every color of the rainbow on the cover as some prompts, and like, I guess we're just getting all of them here. So I have a few options for that one here on my cart, but I think we're potentially, let me just look at this one real quick. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with this one. This is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I've read from this author before, and honestly, the one I read, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I think it was something Paris Apartment. I don't know, it probably says on here actually. The Paris Apartment. I didn't read the guest list, which I know is her like really, really popular one. But I read the Paris Apartment and I didn't like that one. But this one sounds interesting. Welcome to the opening weekend of The Manor, a luxury resort built on top of old secrets in an ancient forest. The founder, the husband, the mystery guest, and the kitchen help. Everyone has an agenda. Everyone has a past, but not everyone will survive. The Midnight Feast. This one's giving like, what was that book that I really, really liked? It was by Alice Feeney. Daisy Darker. That one was more of like a coastal, like everyone was picked off one by one and they were at like a coastal resort, something like that. But I'm really excited about this one. It sounds like kind of like my recipe for success when it comes to thrillers. So I'm excited to give this one a try and hopefully it will work. So there you have The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. All right, that is 3. Let's do another one. We got to try and get a blue or that like yellowy green one. Let's see here. All right, we got one. Blue. Okay, I'll show you guys first again. Zach's TBR. It would be awesome if I could just steal The Nature of Disappearing. It's my game. It's my rules. I think I might have to just do that. And I think I'm going to count The Nature of Disappearing from Zach's TBR and put it on mine. If you guys think that's cheating, I can pull another prompt, but I'm trying to think what else was on his TBR. And I'm thinking that there's nothing else that I want to read. I'll link his TBR video down below. His has been up for a couple days, more than mine. Maybe we'll just pick another prompt and we're not going to cheat because The Nature of Disappearing is on his TBR and we're going to go with that one for this prompt. You can fight me if you want, but it's my game. All right, let's see. Let's pick another one. Orange again. Wow, we picked up 2 oranges. Let's see here. We've got a debut. All right. I don't know. I might have one option here. Is this a debut? Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna read. Well, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to do Craft, Stories I Wrote for the Devil by Ananda Lima. This one is nice and short. Honestly, I'm trying to choose a little bit shorter books for the challenge that I'm doing that I talked about at the beginning. Ooh, cute. This one says, at a Halloween party in 1999, a writer slept with the devil. She sees him again and again throughout her life, and she writes stories for him about things that are both impossible and true. Strange, intimate, haunted, and hungry. Craft, Stories I Wrote for the Devil is an intoxicating and surreal fiction debut. I can't wait to read this. Honestly, it sounds super interesting and yeah, it's kind of like everything I'm looking for right now. So hopefully this will be a win. and that is Craft, Stories I Wrote for the Devil. I'm very excited to have that on my TBR. I was kind of hoping it would be there. All right, so we have to pick one more because I picked The Nature of Disappearing, and even though I think it counts, we'll just pick another one. All right, last book up is going to be, I'll show you guys again, red on the cover. Why are we getting all the colors? All right. I think we're going to go with this one. Okay. This one is actually a nonfiction, which, who is she? We don't know. I'm picking a nonfiction. And this one, the title is like, well, I'll show you. How to Not Hate Your Husband After Kids. This is one I've been wanting to read for a while. I love Zach. We've never been better. But this is kind of one of those like catchy titles, like, what's her name? Jeanette McCurdy's title, I'm Glad My Mom Died. It's kind of like one to get your attention. This one is just like a memoir about like after she had like her first kids, and I just had my kid's about to turn 1 year old. So I'm a little late to reading this. This one says, a hilariously candid account of one woman's quest to bring her post-baby marriage back from the brink with life-changing real-world advice. I don't know. It just sounded interesting. It's like of the time because I just had my child, but I don't really need to bring my marriage back from the brink. Like, we're great. So, yeah, if I can get to this one, this would be a great nonfiction pick, hopefully, and I'm excited to finally have it on a TBR. So, there you have How to Not Hate Your Husband After Kids. And that is my TBR from the TBR jar. We can throw all these prompts back in. And now we're going to talk about the challenge that I'm giving myself. So it is no secret that I am very behind on my reading goals. I have been slacking with reading, not for the lack of wanting to read, but just for the lack of time to read, because I'm kind of someone, I don't really read, I don't really listen to audiobooks without also having the physical book with me, and that's hard to do with a kid. I know that like if I could, oops, I just moved the camera, sorry. If I could just listen to audiobooks all day, I would probably read like 20 books a month because I do have time to do that, but I like to read physically too. So I'm very behind on my goals, and we are going to try and change that / get caught up. So in the month of August, I am going to attempt to do 31 Days of Horror, and that is August edition. I would like to do this again, but 31 Days of Horror. So every single day for the month of August, I am going to try and read a horror, short story, novella, anything basically 200 pages or less. I'm going to try and read one a day. I'm going to vlog all of the days and post a vlog probably at the beginning of September. But I'm also going to post individual, like reviews, I guess, on TikTok and Reels. So if you're not following me on TikTok and Instagram, that's where you can keep up with what books I'm reading for all of the days, for the 31 days. The only stipulations that I have are one, it's under 200 pages. 2, it can be anything within the horror genre. It can be extreme horror. It could be general horror. It can be whatever. As long as it fits in the horror genre, I'm counting it. 3, another like mini challenge within the challenge is going to be that I don't want to repeat any authors. So the only caveat to that is like, let's say I read a book that's by Zach and Danielle. I can read a book that is by Danielle, or I can read a book that's by Zach, because the first book I read was by 2 people, you know, in one story. What other rules am I giving myself? It could be as short as even like 20 pages, a horror short story or a novella. Some days I'm super, super busy, so those will probably be the days that I only read like a 20-page book. So it'll just depend on what the day looks like. I'm going to be, like I said, vlogging the whole thing and, you know, building a stack up of 31 books. I actually have so many more than just 31 that I want to read on my like little shelf over here. So I'm hoping to do this again, like, you know, a few times throughout the year. August, I'm really like trying to like get into the spooky season. I know we're technically still in summer, so this is like kind of like my gateway to get there. And then I would love to do this again in October if August's version goes well. So that's the challenge that I'm giving myself. Hopefully, I can do it, or I can get pretty close. I'm not going to be like mad at myself if I don't do all 31 days. That's definitely the goal. But if I can do like 20 of the 31 days, I would still count that as a big milestone, because that's 20 books closer to my reading goals. And I'll take anything I can get, honestly. So let me know if you have any horror novellas that you really liked, because again, I could use all the help that I can get. I have a pretty big stack, but I will do whatever. Also, I will say it can be any format. Like I have some that are audiobooks. I have some that are just on the Kindle. I have some physical copies. Like I have KU. I have some that I bought from Kindle. So anything goes. And that is the challenge that I'm giving myself in the month of August. So let me know what you're planning to read in August, because I would love to know. And again, comment down below any horror novellas that you have to recommend. Let me know your TBR, because I would love to know. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I would love to have you. And with that, I will just see you in my next video. Bye!